What's up, family? Welcome to the Mental Game Podcast. As you can see, I got a special guest. I got another one. My big brother Jamie, man. Today we talking about it's good to be angry, man, but be responsible. We're gonna talk about it right now. Life's a mental game. You need the right mentality to survive, man. What's up, family? What's going on? I don't know if y'all saw it, man, in the intro, but Cecile was trying to climb out the doggone window. I don't know what Jamie did to her. You know what I'm saying?
What can I say?
The women start running from them. Nah. But anyway, y'all, look, I got a special guest today on the podcast. I've been trying to get my brother on the podcast for a long time. It's been a long time coming. This is my big brother Jamie, man. I've known Jamie for at least 9 years, 9+ years.
Man, it's been
Yeah,
9
it's been
years.
that long, dude.
Man, where did you go with your life?
He's like, what? Go talk about. Get a little closer to the mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hold on. Turn it like. Yeah, hold on. Angle it a little down.
Right there.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
good like that?
Okay.
And just talk a little louder.
All right. Good.
But I've known Jamie. I've known Jamie for 9 years, man. Jamie was there for me every step of the way when I started the job at my current employer. I'm gonna say that. I won't say the name of the job.
Yeah, please
Keep
don't,
that. We're
please
gonna
don't.
remain. The job will
Will
remain
remain
anonymous.
nameless. Yeah.
But when I first started, it wasn't a lot of support for me there. I was the new guy. I don't know what it was. People thought I was privileged or whatever. Whatever the case was, Jamie took me in, took me under his wing, showed me the ropes, helped me survive until I got to another part. Got I wouldn't call it a promotion.
Yes, it
Right
was.
then
It was a
yeah,
promotion. Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
I got a promotion.
Yeah. You got your papers.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I got a promotion. You know what I'm saying, and I'm still there 9 years later, and I've known Jamie every step of the way. Single handedly, responsible for me surviving. And even really sticking around too, man, because I believe we both know, jobs get tough,
Oh yeah.
and
Jobs can definitely get tough.
yeah,
You know.
and you don't necessarily stay. A lot of times you don't necessarily stay for the job. You stay because of the people. Sometimes,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and sometimes the people can run you away. But go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself, bro. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Oh man. Well, it's just I'm a typical person that just basically just almost just works for a living, like me. You just kind of just described. Uh, I like doing anything from art to just being a advocate for anybody that needs any type of help for whatever you may have going on in your life.
For sure,
Yeah,
for sure, for sure.
yeah,
And that you've definitely been that mentor for me. You know what I'm saying? Both at work, outside of work. We end up living right down the street from each other
Hey,
now.
it was fate. That's all it was.
So yeah,
Yeah. God put people in your life for a certain reason.
for sure, for
And
sure, for sure.
that's just how it be.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely,
especially as us. We have to stick together.
absolutely.
Bottom line, we
I
have to
believe
stick
in that.
together. So yeah.
I believe in that, man. But today's all right. Today we always start the show off with some mental game. Today's mental game, I picked this because it kind of goes along with our topic. Our topic for today is it's good to be angry, but be responsible with that anger.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the mental game for this is right now we shooting this Saturday. We gonna unveil it on Monday for Mental Monday. Um, the mental game for the week is whoever is trying to bring you down is already below you. You know what I'm saying? You got people, you know what I'm saying, that, whether it be passing by, whether it be at work, whether, family member, anything, you know what I'm saying? When you flying high, man, people always try to, it's always somebody, somebody trying to cramp your style because they see you going places, they can't go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I remember, I think it was 50 Cent that said it. Uh, no, it wasn't 50 Cent. Somebody said, some people in your life are like the rocket boosters when the rocket goes up into the air, and they eventually. Tyler Perry said it. Sometimes people take you so far and then they just fall off because they can't make the journey with you. But in life, when you have people like that, what I'm saying, like it's like Nipsey said, everybody can't go.
Yeah.
And some people in your life, they can't go, and instead of supporting you and just being glad to know you, or whatever the case may be, they try to bring you down.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Because I love to see people around me shine.
absolutely,
That's one of the best feelings in the world. When I know somebody that's been right beside me. If you get in a position to be higher than me, I love that. I love to see people shine.
for
You
sure.
know, because like you say, everybody can't be in a position where you can be the shine.
Right,
But don't knock you out of that spotlight.
right.
Everybody's in the spotlight for a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't waste my time because you mad because I'm not in the you ain't in the spotlight and I'm not.
Right,
You have to you know, be there. Be there for your fellow man. Be there for your fellow woman. Just show them that you got love and respect for them.
absolutely.
That's it.
Be supportive,
Yeah.
man. That support role is important, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know everybody. Kudos to everybody in my corner, man, because it really took like to get me together and to keep me together.
Mm-hmm.
It really did. It really does take the village, man.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, all the people, a collective of all the people. I credit all the people around me, man, for my uh upward trajectory, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I take, but downfalls, I take that on me. But as far as me, you know, lifting and going, and striding and, you know, being great, I credit that to all my support, what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because without my supporters, I couldn't do anything. And with that being said, I want to take this time to, thank all of the subscribers, thank all of the listeners, the watchers, the people on YouTube, Spotify, all that, supporting me and, get me to this point, man. All the knowledge and all the game that, all my people have given me to, give back. That's what I want to do with this podcast.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? I want to
definitely.
give that mental game back. The game that's given to me. I want to, reach it and teach it, what I'm saying, to the masses, man. But I got some questions for you, bro. Every week we do this. You know what I'm saying? All my guests, I got some questions. I don't got no hard ones for you.
Man, give me the hard ones,
Uh,
man. I'm
I
ready.
don't have the hard ones for
What
you,
they say,
man.
I'm an open book.
But all right, man. First question.
All right.
All right, let's see. All right, what I mean, I heard you talking about art, and I can, I know you. You know what I'm saying, but my listeners don't know you.
Uh-huh.
What are your hobbies?
My hobbies are just I love taking people's ideals and turning them to reality
Okay.
because it's hard to take a person's thoughts and put it either on paper, on ink, illustration,
Mm-hmm.
and just to have that individual concept is that's what I love to do. I love to take whether it's a shirt, whether it's a hat, whether it's a helmet, some shoes. It
Mm-hmm.
don't matter. I love for people to have that personal touch,
For sure.
and and it's a good feeling for them
Mm-hmm.
because everybody likes to feel a certain way when they have a certain thing. Whether it's something in your home, it could be a painting.
Yeah.
It's just that personal touch. And not only that, if people have questions they want to ask me about, hey, how do you do this? How did you get to this point? Do that, because for a long time I stopped doing art because I let life get in the way.
Right.
And I understood that there was a part of me, and you can't take what's a part of you and sit it on the shelf because what happens is you lose a part of yourself when you stop doing stuff that you love to do. So,
Excuse me. My phone going off. I can't silence this iPad, man. I don't know why. Okay. Apologize, people. Yeah, yeah. Man, very important person. People try to get in touch with me. Nah, but yeah, man. Jamie, man, dude, by far, one of the most underrated artists that I know. You know what I'm saying? You don't get a lot of credit for the things that you do. Um, as far as like even something simple, dog. I asked, like, we was going to Comic Con in Dallas, and I was dressed as a Red Hood, and just the little minor details you did for me on my mask, man, just to make it look more, just like make it look like more grungy, like it's battle tested.
mm-hmm.
And Jamie's actually doing my motorcycle helmet. and I can't wait to see it, man. Because I already
Yeah.
know. I already know, man. I already know he gonna do his thing, man. So, and what else you didn't? Man, my cup, man. I'm
Oh
mad about
yeah.
my cup,
What
dog.
happened to the cup,
Man,
man?
dude, I don't know why I put that thing in the dishwasher. I put it on the top and thought
Oh,
nothing
I
was gonna
gave you
happen
the
to it, man.
instructions. I
You
told
did, you
you.
did. I had, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was my
But now,
child.
now we supposed to be working on the middle game cup though.
Oh
You know.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to get. Man, look, I need one. I really do. I really, really need one with that logo on it,
Oh, yeah.
for sure. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's next. That's what's next on the agenda.
Yeah.
But my brother been so busy. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna talk about what, but my brother been so busy,
Yeah.
man. Just uh, yeah, just haven't formalized yet. But we gonna get it. I'm gonna sit it right here. Sit
Oh
it
yeah.
right here on display for everybody to see. But all right, next question. Next question. Okay, if you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
I would be like to be remembered for the person that if you had a obstacle you couldn't get over,
Hmm.
I was that person to help you get over that obstacle.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cause I'm like I just said, you know what I'm saying, me getting acclimated with, you know what I'm saying, the job and with everything that I needed to do, you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of felt like people was making it hard for me.
Well, you know, and I think one of the biggest problems is people want the credit for everything.
Right.
You can't help somebody and then you want to feel the
Hold on.
credit for it. You know, my biggest thing is I like seeing people shine,
Yeah.
and
Sorry, y'all.
as long as they shining, I'm not worried about the spotlight on me.
For sure.
You know, I like to, I kind of like to stay in the shadows a lot
Hmm.
of times. But as long as, like you say, to reach one, you got to teach one.
Absolutely.
You know, so
Absolutely.
just you got to be that type of advocate for a person.
Hmm.
Everybody's got somebody in their corner, and the people that don't, if you know somebody that don't have somebody in their corner, be that person in their corner.
For sure.
Don't let them stumble. Don't yeah.
For sure, man. Look, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you being that advocate for me, dude. Because there's been a many a times you done stood in the gaps for me. You know what I'm saying? Like when I couldn't reach somebody or anything like that, man. I need to come over there more, man. Cause like shoot, like, but
Hey, hey man,
I know schedule,
schedules,
yeah, schedule prevents,
life
but you know what I'm
getting
saying? Yeah,
away,
life getting
life,
away,
life.
time, man,
Yeah,
time escapes, man. But
yeah.
now, I mean, shoot, cause I mean, I literally, man, like I tell y'all, man. When I tell y'all, he's literally up the street for me. He's literally up the street for me. It
Literally
it,
up
it
the
would
street.
take no time for me to get on the bike, get in the truck, whatever, and ride over to you. But yeah, schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Schedule.
Schedule.
But it's
Yeah,
funny. We see each other more at work, and we stay right around the corner from
that's
each other.
crazy, man. Oh, that's bad, man. Don't say that. Oh man,
And
dude.
it's life. Because
It's definitely
I remember when I first moved to Houston. I think before I moved to Houston, I think I saw my brother more when I stayed back home than I moved to Houston.
that's crazy,
And
bro.
now we in the same city, and life I understood because I used to wonder why he don't come home, why I don't see him that much or whatever. But life getting away. But we still got to make time though.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. And I'm glad my brother made time to come through and kick it with me to get on this podcast,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Dude, man, it's crazy. I think for me, I probably done said this before on the podcast. One thing I would want to be remembered for, man, I want to be remembered for being like, by, and obviously this would be by Nana. You know what I'm saying? Being best father ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I if I could be remembered for anything else, everything else, you know what I'm saying? You know, fastest to a million, best businessman, most influential. I could be remembered for all that, man. But the only thing that would matter for me personally, would just, he was a great father. He was the best father he could be.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because being a great father takes drive and perseverance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
not gonna do everything right.
Uh-huh.
I, me and I got three boys,
Right.
so it's a struggle. But the thing is, you gotta let them see that yeah, daddy do have some bad days and daddy
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of good days.
Right.
Because you can't. let people understand that it's a fairy tale world.
Right.
There's good days and there's bad days,
Mm-hmm.
but don't let the bad days outweigh your good days.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That's great, man, dude. And then some people in the world don't realize how many, you know, and it's like the bad days. It's because the bad days come so quick, man,
Oh yeah,
and
it
that's
does.
why it's easy to count them. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And they don't sit there and realize like all the good things. And Sam tell me all the time, man. He's like, man, you know your problem. I said, man, what? He said, you don't enjoy your riches, man. Like you got all this good that you do, that you've accomplished, man. Sit and enjoy that, man. And I'm like, but you know me, I'm always moving a million
Yeah,
miles a
because
minute, I'm steadily like, okay, I accomplished that, and I'm just brushing it to the
yeah,
side.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
On to the next one.
Yeah,
On to the
yeah,
next one.
yeah,
On
yeah.
to the next
Yeah, I
one.
got that. Yeah, cool. I got that. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting there, and I need to. I really do need to, man, because sometimes I feel I look at Nana, you see that picture right there,
Hmm.
and then you see the picture right above, it, and it's like,
I was
dang,
looking
man.
at the pictures earlier. I'm like, man, I can remember when she was like just little,
Yeah, yeah,
man,
man,
and
and
I'm like, time just,
yeah,
yeah, time
yeah.
just, cause,
I
you
mean,
know,
it's obviously the same thing with Jamie and Jalen. And I look
ah,
at Carter, man.
man,
I see Carter. I'm
Carter.
like, oh my gosh, bro. I was like, I remember when you was like, I remember when y'all had just brought him
Yeah, I
home.
remember when you was holding him when he was a
Yes,
baby.
man. I was like,
Yeah,
eyes ain't open, nothing. I'm sitting there. He's a character now. Man,
man, that
I
boy.
remember Jamie, man. I remember Jamie. I remember he was like infatuated with me, man. Because
Oh
yeah,
yes.
like for those that don't know, if you don't mind me
Yeah,
telling,
go ahead, go ahead.
Jamie's autistic, man, and Jamie is like that dude. In his own way, he's a character.
Man, he is.
That dude is funny, man.
It's never a dull moment.
No,
No,
no.
I think a lot of people associate bad things with kids with autism,
Uh
but
huh.
it's a forever Tom and Jerry cat and mouse type of game with him.
Oh yeah,
You know, it's
absolutely,
it's
man.
you know he's smart enough to outlast you.
Yeah.
He'll sit there and know he wants something,
Uh
know he's not supposed to have it, but he'll sit there and wait for you to fall asleep
huh.
and then go get it anyway.
Man, he gets me. He gets me with the. I remember last time I was over there, and he was a little younger. I think y'all had. I was still staying in that neighborhood over there,
Hmm.
and you remember when I had my Saints stuff on? I had my Saints hoodie on,
Yeah.
and he went in there and grabbed his. Like, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. It's just like, but just that just tells me like little stuff like that just tells me how much he pays attention to
Oh yeah,
detail.
yeah.
You
I
know.
would say in the past 3 years, he's helped me grow a lot.
Hmm.
He's shown me different things. Because I have three boys and I have three different personalities.
Hmm.
And the last one, I tell people, I said, "Have you ever had your inner thoughts walk around the house?"
Oh my gosh.
That's what my youngest child is. Everything you ever want to tell everybody in life walks around the house and it's living and it's breathing and it's talking to
Yes, indeed, man. I'm, and it's crazy with you know what I'm saying just how they embody like how these kids. But you just got to realize, man, it's just your genes on display.
you.
You know what I
Man,
mean? Coming through in full. Like, dang, I used to do
I can't believe it. I used to say, "You always gonna get what you put out." I didn't deserve this.
that. Man, I say the same thing with Nana with some of the stuff she does, and it's crazy because I'm a lot, and my brothers could tell you this, especially Robert especially. uh I'm a lot calmer than what I used to be.
Hmm.
So a lot of the stuff that I used to do, you don't see it on display.
No.
So you see it come out in her, and you're gonna think it came from T. You know what I'm saying? Cause T still like that. You know what I'm saying? T still like T. I gotta tell everybody, man. T the biggest gangster I know, and she only 4 feet tall. Let me stop. Nah, but like so everybody sees like Aliana's uh some of the things she does, some of the I don't want to say wild things, but they see some of some of the rah rah stuff she
Yeah,
doing. I'll be like, oh, that came from T.
it's
That came from
wild
T.
stuff because you was doing
Yeah,
wild stuff
yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah, for sure, for
I
sure, for
mean,
sure.
and I think that's the thing. It's just it's the swing of culture.
Right.
Like when we were young, we know what we was doing, and we
Yeah.
were like, man, please don't do what I was
Yeah.
doing.
Absolutely, man, man. Please, man. Look, I'm
Please,
telling you right now from
just don't
experience.
do it.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to get into that. Yeah.
But yeah, man. But jeans on display, man. For real, man. Hung out to dry.
Yes.
Coming home to roost. You know what I mean? But I mean, my mom was always right. Dad was, dad never told us that. He would always be like, uh, he would always take it like the negative turn to it. You watch your child gonna treat you like you treat me. I said, nah, that's never gonna happen, son. Nah, cause you know what you was doing, type stuff. But nah, man. But all right, next question, man.
All right.
All right, where can people find you to learn more about you, man? Because obviously, you know, my brother has a business. You know what I'm saying? He does. He's what craft. There's Crafty Couple, and
And
it's no, you
it
have the shoes
yeah,
too.
is it the shoes?
Is it the
Yeah, is it the
shoes?
shoes?
Is it the shoes?
Yeah, is it
So,
the shoes?
so you know what I'm saying? Y'all can find my brother on Instagram. Y'all can
Mm-hmm.
find him on Facebook,
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm saying? They do, the kind of well, no, it's really a whole lot different. Everybody has a different spin. We all
yeah,
out here eating.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But y'all look my brother up. You know what I'm saying? Support his business,
yeah.
support what he's doing. I got a pair of LeBrons I gotta bring to him right now.
I told him
Yeah,
bring him.
yes.
I
I got
got him.
yeah, so I got a pair of LeBrons I gotta bring to him right now, man. So y'all get with my brother, man. He's doing amazing things. He's an amazing artist. You know what I'm saying? And he does this stuff, he still does it like it's fun.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it's just nowadays, you know what I'm saying, it's just time restraints. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I think we all dealing with that in our different
Mm-hmm.
kind of ways. Everybody's running that battle against time. But let's go ahead and get into our topic, man. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All
Ready.
right, man. All right. The reason I chose this topic, you know what I'm saying, it's good to be angry.
Yeah,
And I know people are probably gonna look at that on the little post that I post, today, but they gonna see it Sunday, Monday, all throughout the week. It's good to be angry. I'm like, huh? What does that mean? I say it's good to be angry, man, because but you got to be responsible because when you angry, like we said, we was talking about the topic. When you're angry, the truth come out.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you angry, you get shit done.
Yep, you do.
You know what I'm saying? Uh, it seems like results show up when you're angry.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? But I believe the key is, just being responsible with that anger. Just knowing, okay, just knowing and be realizing like, all right, I'm angry. But how am I gonna react to this? How am I gonna channel this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everything negative, everything that seems negative can be done flipped into a positive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember, and I get personal. I get real personal, telling a little tidbit of information. You know, me and T got into it. Real bad. And it was real bad. I mean, screaming, crying. Um, a lot of stuff was said. Be it negative, positive, whatever. But because I was angry, you know what I'm saying? I kind of, and it was my fault and some of the things, what I'm saying, because like this one dude said, um, reason most relationships fail is because of um unexpected, like what he said. He said
Unforeseen circumstances
not
or like
unforeseen circumstance, but he was more like it was like it's like expectations that you have that you don't talk
yeah.
about. You know what I'm saying? It's like you sitting there looking at that person, you expect it to be this, but you're not saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I had been that way because sometimes I'm unconfrontational. I don't say stuff because I don't want people to get upset and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I done threw that away. Now I'm like, nah, certain things have to be said.
Yeah.
So I was angry
Mm-hmm.
in that argument. You know what I'm saying? It knock him out, drag him out, and I was angry. So in that anger, I said a lot of stuff that I should have brought to the forefront a long time
Mm-hmm.
ago. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say when you're angry, the truth come out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And do you know we said, well, we said all that stuff to each other and this, that, and the other. Man, do you know it has been like It's been an uptick ever since then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like okay, because you put it on the grill at that point, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
hey, it's out there. This is how this made me feel. This is how this made me feel. Okay, I see that it's out there. Now it's like okay, now it's really an open door policy.
Yeah.
It ain't like that what they tell you at your job. Open door policy. But you better not come through that mother.
Don't you
You know what
tell
I'm
me
saying?
that though.
Yeah, don't you tell me that. Don't you come through them doors with those problems. But now it's like everything's on display. You see that you have to.
Yeah.
You have to say those things, no matter if it's gonna make somebody angry or not. Everybody gonna be mad. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
human.
And I
You know what I'm
think
saying?
that's the biggest thing. People not ready for the reaction.
Exactly. That's
So
exactly
so
right.
so it's the reaction from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't take in like they always say, too much of one thing is bad for you.
Yeah, too much
So
of a good
so
thing is bad for
so
you.
so
Yep.
too much of holding in anger
Mm-hmm.
over time will boil over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, it depends on how you, like you said, be responsible with your anger.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
you know, you can be angry and get your physical emotions out,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to be responsible to not let them get to a physical type of emotion of
Absolutely.
anger.
And make sure you pointing them
Yeah,
at the
at the
right
right.
source.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like where it came from, where that energy came from, send it back where it came from. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Because I know a lot of us, I mean, we human, you know what I'm saying? Be it a significant other, be it your brother, your sister, um, whatever the case may be, I know a lot of times we tend to take things out on the person that's closest to us
Yeah, always.
instead of just sending it back at, what I'm saying, at the person that inflicted that energy or that hurt on us, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how like say the workplace for example, you got people that throw rocks and they go run home. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You go run to the protection of their house
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And you can't really return that energy because if you return that energy, you're gonna be looking for another job in most places.
But at the same
You know what I'm
time, if
saying?
I'm going to return that energy, it's going to be a good energy that I return.
Oh
If I'm going
yeah,
to have to
absolutely.
deal with the
Oh
consequences
yeah.
behind it,
Right, right, right,
so
right. Absolutely. And that's what being responsible
yeah,
comes into play.
dealing with the
Yes,
consequences.
so you know what I'm saying, you gotta be responsible. You gotta be uh you gotta have your mental game right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have just the know how to be able to, like my sister said last week, you gotta be able to take a minute and process that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and then return the energy, man. That's what it's all about, being responsible.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's yeah, just like I told you before. The first thing I'm going to always do is look inward.
Mm-hmm.
What what can I fix with myself before I go ahead and go out on this warpath?
Right.
You know, and I've always told y'all like the first thing you do is you get yourself right first
Mm-hmm.
before you step into any type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're able to be aware, because you might sit back and be like, you know what, man, that was my fault.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like that was my fault, man. Let me go apologize on
Yeah,
that.
like I take that. Yeah,
Yeah,
like yeah, I should have. Yeah.
and
Uh huh.
and then a lot of times, sometimes you just gotta, what the old folks say, eat crow. You know you're right, but you be like, man, I know I'm right.
Yeah.
But man, is the punishment worth the reward out of this?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like man, if I do this and I blow all this up, man, what's the come of it?
Mm-hmm.
This, and this versus this, and this. Like I'll go with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel you. I feel you, bro. But like okay, let's get to you. How are you responsible with your anger?
I'm responsible for my anger by having to push it in a different light. Like I say, let me look inward first.
Okay.
Let me see what. Let me see it. Was this my fault from the get go or not?
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's not, am I gonna be that person to say, hey, I've learned throughout the years, everything's not gonna go your way. Nothing's
Absolutely.
gonna be perfect.
Right.
But at the same time, if you feel so strongly about a certain topic or something that's going on, you have to get that out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping that balled up only leads to troubles within yourself, your health. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing
Big
people
thing.
people don't understand.
Right. You
Just because you walk away from a situation, you think, oh man, what? Your health is at stake.
Oh yeah, because your body does stuff with that energy. It
Mm-hmm.
stores it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was younger, all the stuff I was going through. I internalized it, and I had stomach issues growing up. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It wasn't just the spicy food. You know what I'm saying? For the people that know I'm from Louisiana, it wasn't just the spicy food. Nah, it was me internalizing a lot of anger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of grief. Um, a lot of negative energy I was
Yeah.
storing. And I was storing it in my stomach, storing it in my back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. But you're right, man. But that's the biggest thing, your health.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If I didn't address that stuff, man, who knows?
What it would have led to.
Yeah, exactly, man. Stomach cancer, stage 4, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Not nothing against the people that's out there dealing with that, but oh man, not. But let me get this out, man, because I keep thinking about it over and over again. Like I just want to take this time to give a quick shout out to the Hosenbecast, Dawson, and the little bit of the Williams family right now. Um, I was just like my Aunt Candy in her fashion. She waited to the last day to pass. My aunt had been in a bad way with her health for the longest, and she was she was an addict. She dealt with uh stuff for 50 plus years. Um, she just couldn't kick it. She was on the straight and narrow when my grandmother was alive, but when my grandmother passed in 2007, she kind of went back and reverted to her old ways, and recently she had a lot of little health issues, not little health issues, saying obviously they were serious. Um, she had a lot of health issues come up, and her body couldn't fight it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because all those years of use, and she waited till August 31st to pass on. And I know I've not many, it's sad to say not many family members are mourning right now. I know we are. I think about it every day since, and every day before, um but I just want to just say a little something about my Aunt Candy, man. She done gone and passed on, and some of us are grieving, and we all know death is a part of the game.
Yeah. It
You know what
is.
I'm saying?
It is.
But I just want to tell all the people all my family that's grieving, man, hold y'all head up. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need me, call me. Y'all know how to get in touch with me. But I believe from what I remember, she was a sweet soul. My Aunt Candy never did anything to me personally.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
of a lot of people don't see different sides
Right,
of a person,
right.
and like I tell people to this day, when you get into your late 30s and 40s,
Mm-hmm.
you need to be taking that time to make every memory you can with every
Absolutely.
loved one you have, because
Absolutely.
there's no way around it.
Mm-hmm.
We all gonna
Y'all gonna
die,
perish one day.
at some point in time. Take the time when you're in your late 20s, early 30s, or whatever. You building your career, do what you want to. But when
Mm-hmm.
you in the 40s, you need to start looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Start spending time, because like I did something with my mother that I hadn't done myself. We went to New York,
Right. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and I took her with me, and it was probably one of the most funniest things I've ever done, because it's funny now that I'm older now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's like my best friend now.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, she could have been my biggest enemy at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. And that's how it is with
Yeah,
parents, man. Parenting.
yeah.
Period. But yeah, I want to leave that with y'all, man. Pray for the family. Uh, everybody's fine. I don't think they're doing anything. Not nothing major. Uh, what I'm saying? But I just wanted to remember her
Hmm.
now. She's always gonna be on my mind, just as all my other fallen. It's crazy because we had just did the episode on grief and loss. So, what I'm saying? Just want to put that out there, man. Y'all keep my family in your prayers. Um, your thoughts and prayers, and if y'all see me and y'all see me just looking in space or something like that, man, that's what's going on, but I'm all right, man. I already got my stuff out the way, man. I'm just here. I'm here to support anybody that's going through anything, any grief, loss, anything like that,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? But Yeah, I was just thinking about that, man. I was like, man, I ain't say anything about my Aunt Candy, man. I was gonna do it at the beginning of the show, but I forgot.
But I think when you're young, you don't ever think about it. Because I had an aunt that was a big part of my life,
Hmm.
and she wound up passing. But mentally, I never processed her dying.
Right.
And when it happened, and I was just telling my mother about it the other day, I said, when it happened, it opened my eyes to, hey, you know, you're at that stage now, and when you have a mother or a father or someone real, real, real close to you
Hmm.
pass on, if you didn't do what you wanted to do then, you're never going to get that opportunity
Never,
again.
never, and that's
Never.
crazy when you think of it like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, they gone,
They
man.
gone.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I told myself, I need to like everybody knows my mom is my vacation buddy. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing we have in common.
Hmm.
My mom is my vacation buddy. If I'm going to Florida, guess who's there? You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm taking a guy's trip or nothing, I ain't gonna bring my mom on the guy's trip. But you know what I'm saying? If I'm going somewhere fun, my mom's there.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, family vacation. If we go on a family vacation, my mom is there. Um, I just need to start doing more stuff with my dad. My dad just likes being held up in New Orleans, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's his city, that's his safe haven.
Hmm.
We already know it's established. You know what I'm saying? And money funny, so it ain't like he could just get on the plane whenever he want to and just come on out here. But I need to make time to and it's really hard because now I don't know if we still got a boat or if he still has access to a boat or whatever like that. But I need to start, making that drive, what I'm saying, down to New Orleans and spending more time with my dad because, it was a time where, when I was little, it was rough between us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and my dad really didn't get along. For whatever reason, it's none of y'all business. No, but it was just a lot of
Yeah.
gruffing there between me and my dad. And he called. Now I answer it. I call him. Sometimes he be in the casino. He don't answer. But our relationship is a whole lot better than what it used to be.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to feel like, I know he watches my podcast. I don't want my dad to feel like I'm angry. I'm still holding on to that anger. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying? My dad called me. I pick up the phone. I talk to him. Um, you know, that's what but I don't go down there like, I don't travel to New Orleans like I want to.
Yeah. I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
that's just not a, oh, I can go there every weekend type
Yeah,
thing. No,
nah,
no,
yeah, nah, nah, nah.
no. Because my father, I think he's 2.5 hours from me, and I
Mhm.
don't get to see him that often. But
Right.
you know, one of the biggest things is when they get to that point, especially a man, when they get to that older status, they kind of like, oh, I can finally let my feet rest, and I'm not gonna do anything.
Right.
Cause my old man don't go nowhere. He don't go nowhere but to
Yeah.
church and maybe outside.
Same thing with my old man, dog. But see, my dad, him and Mr. Roy, one of his best friends, they go fishing all the time.
Mm.
And I haven't heard him talking about that lately. I hope my dad ain't getting that lazy. But what he do, my dad, he go to church, he get up, go to church. Every now and again he go to the casino. More than every now and again,
Remember
but
there.
but he go to the casino. Somebody might have a party. He go to that party, but that's all within
Yeah, the
the
confinements
the
of what? Oh,
confinements of
yeah,
New
yeah,
Orleans.
yeah, yeah. My old
So
man, he ain't going nowhere.
yeah,
No.
so yeah, 'cause our dads have that in common. See,
But
see how much we got in common.
yeah,
Our moms are our vacation buddies, and our dads, they got lead feet.
yeah,
They don't go nowhere.
nowhere,
they
nowhere.
they they what they call it, a prop plant
Yeah,
or something like that. If I'm saying it right, if I ain't saying it right, man, let me know in the comments, man. Let me know. I'm like, oh,
but
you're
at the
not
same
saying it
time, when
right.
you kind of think about it, I'm like, I'll probably wind up being like that when I get older too. I
Hmm.
ain't going nowhere
I
because
hope.
because this is what I tell people. We've been tricked for years and years and years. Oh, I'll do this when I retire.
Right.
I'll do that when I retire. When you retire, you want to sit there and just breathe for a
Right.
second. Don't wait until you get too old to try to go do stuff.
Right.
Because the worst thing is gonna be you're gonna be trying to go on a cruise ship with a walker.
Or or
Or
or you on a cruise ship and you sleep the whole doggone time. You know what I mean? That's what I do. That's what I don't want, man. That's why I started like when I go on trips, I splurge. I'm like,
Mhm.
nah, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Yeah.
If I'm going to like if I'm going to like my spot is Universal Studios. If I'm going, I'm splurging. Like I'm
Hmm.
getting fast passes, not every time, but I'm we going when we go to a restaurant. What you want to eat?
Hmm.
We at the Krusty Krab, and then I know I'm a flexitarian. I don't really eat beef and pork like that. I do eat chicken and fish, but when I go to Universal Studios, I'm getting me a Krusty burger. You know what I'm saying? With a good heart and a calm spirit. But that's why I do stuff like that. Because I want to enjoy myself. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
because
saying?
it's like I told you before, we work so much
Yes, we do.
that you have to have something at the end of the rainbow.
Hmm.
And that's when I told you, I guess I said we do like our little
Yeah,
trips and stuff
yeah,
like that. Like, we gonna go here. So like in 4 months we going here. So
right.
you gotta have something to look forward to
Hmm.
other than just work.
Yeah.
That's no.
Yeah,
Like,
because I never really understood like that whole phrase. Are you living to work or are you working to live? And I'm like, I always get cross-eyed like what what
mm-hmm.
like man, but I had to do it, and then really with like uh just the stress of work. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like as times go on, the stress of work it don't disappear and it doesn't dissipate. You know what I'm saying? It get that monster gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You gotta slay him every time. And how I deal with that monster, you know what I'm saying? Instead of me just running around angry, I talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about it. I know people get probably tired of hearing me talking about it. I'm talking it. I kind of get myself to talking in circles, but that's like me releasing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly talking about it because then I'm talking about it. It gets old to me
Yeah.
and then it fades away,
Yeah.
and I'm not worried about it
It's
anymore.
out of your
You know what I mean? It's
system
out of my
then.
system.
Yeah, it's out of your
As I
system.
sat there and ran that belt to that belt pop, like, well, gotta get a new one.
And I think that's one of the biggest things people confuse. They confuse venting with complaining.
Yeah. Or like, are you still worried about it? No, I'm not
No.
worried about it. I'm just talking about it so I can get it out of my system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a superpower. To my opinion, that's a superpower.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you gotta do to get rid of whatever it is that's bothering you. And I know that's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? I sit there and talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever willing to listen. Sam, I appreciate you. Sam is like because you sleep. You know what I'm saying? You be sleep when I'm on the road. Me and Sam talk to each other all the time. Bluetooth headset. By the way, let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? We don't be holding the phone when we driving. But me and Sam do talk all the time, man. And I be sitting there and he be like, man, why is you worried about that? This, that, that. Like, Sam, this is just how I get it out of my system, dog. You gotta understand, man. But it's really a superpower when you learn
Mm-hmm.
yourself, when you learn how to deal with your anger, when you learn how
Mm-hmm.
to be responsible
With your
with your
anger.
anger. You know what I'm saying? You learn to direct. And that's another thing I learned after I had that argument with T. You know what I'm saying? You learn where to direct your anger.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You learn how to direct it, and you know how your delivery needs to be. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, Even with other people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, cause these people at work beat and wrong me, and I bring that shit home. You're not even trying. You know what I'm saying? It's just you be pissed off and you be so ornery.
Mm-hmm.
You like a grumpy old man, drill sergeant, whatever. Whatever. I've been called it all, but you need to find my advice to people that's listening and watching, man, find a positive outlet.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you got to talk, like my brother Aaron, he tell me all the time. He said, man, look. And he said, if you need to, man, we can run it, dog. And I'm not talking about fighting. He said, if you need to, dog, you know what I'm saying? You ain't, come up into the man cave, dog. Yell at me. Let me have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have people like that in your life, dude.
You got
That
to
you,
have that emotional support system.
absolutely,
You got to.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I thank you, bro, for being part of mine, man. We want to say
Oh
that
yeah.
to you right now. I recognize you, man. Like, 'cause I know you done heard of many of my stories. I remember, like, you one of the people, like, I think it's you, Sam, and my big brother Aaron. My other brothers, they don't see me that much, but
Mhm.
y'all motherfuckers, excuse my French, but y'all can see me across the room, and y'all probably can tell if I'm having a stroke or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see you
yeah,
come in. I said, "What's wrong?"
yeah,
And you be
exactly.
like,
I'm like, how the thing? Man,
I
nigga,
know."
I ain't even been here 2 minutes. He's like, yeah, you be
Hmm.
it's and like how I can explain it to people, man. When you walk in the job, man, like you walk up some stairs and time clock's over here, man. Jamie would see me. It's at least what'd you say, 100 feet
Hmm.
the other direction, and he'll know something's up.
Hmm.
When I call Sam, Sam will hear the tone of my voice,
Yep.
and he be like, nah, man, what's wrong? You all right? He's like, you sure? Man, this, you know what I'm saying? And my brother Aaron, you know what I'm saying, he's kind of like this dude, he's Aaron's the digger. He'll dig it out of you. You know what I'm saying? You'll be done like tried to bury it, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying, because you don't want to deal with it or something like that. Aaron to dig it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. But but I thank y'all, man. I thank you, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
here. So I
yeah,
thank you for being part of my support
yeah.
system,
You've been
dude.
a part of mine too.
You know what I'm saying? Just somebody I can run it with. I'm in my car rides, man. You remember we used to
Man.
flip 610, you know what I'm saying, up and down 45. I got my first speeding ticket on 45
I
with
think
Jamie. Jamie
I
talked
think
about
now I think
dog.
you got two of them that
No, yeah,
you
yeah,
got
yeah,
two.
yeah. He gave me two.
I
Cause
didn't give
one was
you two
he one
tickets.
look one he look nah man, I gotta tell y'all how this happened, man. The dude gave me two tickets, dog. One said 86, one said 77. He said, I'm only running this one. But you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. I was like, okay, cool. I'll take that, whatever. And get the ticket in the mail. He went with the higher one. I said, dog, this dude here. And
Man,
Jamie ain't
nah,
making no better, bro.
but you flew by that dude going
I
faster than
did, bro. Man,
that.
I had that 200 pumping. Jamie talked about we ran past that cop car but did like this. I know people like for my listeners, man, look, how I can best describe it. Jamie said when I passed that police car up, he went on two wheels.
It did.
He said that's how fast I was going.
Hey, I couldn't believe you didn't see him
I didn't,
because
dog.
you know me how I drive, so I'm always scanning the surface when
Right.
I'm looking. I'm like, oh, there goes something right there.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, I'm like, he gonna slow down here in a second. I said, he gonna slow down here in a second.
I
I said,
kept
he's not
going,
slowing
man.
down. I said, wait a minute. What is he doing? Then all of a sudden we flew by that cop car and it just whoop. I was like, oh man.
But yeah, man, I didn't see him. I didn't see him. Man, and that was through a trying time. I would just say that was a trying time for me. Some stuff was going
Yeah.
on, and you know what I'm saying. We was rapping then. You know what I'm saying. We was chopping it up.
We just went out for a ride that
Yeah,
day. I said, man, come on, let's go. We're gonna go for a ride.
yeah. And that's I had a lot of stuff on my mind. Look, I got right after that. After I got that ticket, I was like, man, they gonna hit.
When did you get the second one though? I remember you getting the
Nah,
second.
nah,
Oh, you got
nah,
the second one when we went to what was it?
nah. That was all that same time.
No, you get no, you got that ticket when me and you went riding.
Yeah.
The second ticket you got was when me, you, and Rob went out to uh what was that?
Oh, that one didn't stick. That one
And
didn't
then
stick.
it
Nah,
stick
it didn't stick.
because you got that back closer to your house. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that was right before you bought the house.
yeah,
You
yeah.
moved over
Man, nah, I didn't. Yeah, that one didn't stick. He let me off with that one. I was like,
there.
man, I was like, all right, Jamie ain't gonna let me live this one down. If I get ticketed, nah, but that one didn't stick.
Because you was behind me and I saw my phone. I said, "What is he calling me for? We just left." You're
It,
like, "Hey, slow down! I can't keep up with you."
man, dog, you had that doggone man. I keep wanting to call it an Evo, man, but it's not an Evo. What is it?
It's a Lancer.
It's Lancer. And Lancer looked like an Evo, man. Jamie had put that mug in manual, shooting down the highway. I'm like, man, look, I ain't trying to get no ticket, man. Shoot. But that was guys' night out. We need to start guys' night outs again, man.
Man, when we always working.
I
You
know.
work on
Yeah, I
Saturdays.
work.
I
Yeah,
work on Saturdays.
man,
You work
dude,
on Sundays.
man. I had to start like to schedule some days off. Like, how are y'all taking off at the same time? Need a mental day
Hmm.
for real, but not like on the real, dog. But at this time, while we talking about mental days, I want to take this time out. I try to do this every show. Um, if you going through something, if you feeling some type of way, Life is, keep dealing you them ugly hands. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put some numbers on the screen right now, some hotline numbers that you can call either to get help, just talk to somebody, or you know, it'll be another avenue to, for other resources, whatever you may have, man. Um, I'd rather see you go like uh I've seen my grandparents go, and that's of old age. You know what I'm saying? I rather sit here, like, even if you gotta call me, if you know me personally, you know how to get in touch with me personally. I'd rather listen to your bullshit, you know what I'm saying, than attend your funeral,
Yeah.
because, you held all that stuff in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure these people on these numbers, I'm pretty sure they feel the same way. Um, you know, like my people that have stood in the gap for me, Jamie being one of them, Sam, my brother Aaron, my other brothers, my mom. They've stood in the gaps for me. I've been very fortunate and very blessed to have y'all in my life. You know what I'm saying? To where I can vent to, man, because it's been some real trying times that I done been through, and where I need it. And you know what I'm saying? And there's people out there for you, like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need to, man, call these numbers, contact these people. Deal with your stuff, man.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I'm saying?
check on your friends.
Check on your
Check
friends,
on your
yeah.
friends.
For sure, for sure.
People go through a lot of stuff. You
Absolutely.
gotta worry about.
Absolutely.
You know.
Cause it's like a bad thing. It's almost like a bad thing to talk about your issues and talk about your problems, man. There go my big brother calling me, because I know the fantasy football draft is finna start. So um
I ain't getting that.
man, look, I have the last pick in that draft, man. I ain't worried about it right now, but um, yeah. But so, with that being said, man, I just want to let everybody know, if you need help, get help. You know what I'm saying? There's a saying: if you don't hurt what you heal, you're gonna bleed on those that didn't do you anything. And you know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that goes hand in hand with your anger, man. You know what I'm saying? Deal with your stuff, man. Deal with your anger. Be responsible. Um, get you some help. There's people out here that can help you deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I had, even myself, I had to go see a therapist to learn how to deal with all the stuff I had,
Mm-hmm.
transpired and
That's it.
dealt
Yeah,
with.
that's what
Yeah.
I told you. I said fix yourself first.
Absolutely.
You
That's what
can't.
yeah, you
Yeah,
did say
I
that.
said you can't go into a situation if you had fixed yourself first.
Absolutely.
You know, if, you know that's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Always think about getting yourself right
Mm-hmm.
before you try to deal into a situation. You
Absolutely.
know.
Absolutely, bro. But man, dude, we're gonna have to do this again and
Oh
again and
yeah.
again and again, dog. I'm glad. I appreciate you making time. I appreciate you coming through,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
Sitting down, having a conversation with me, being on the
The
podcast,
podcast.
So I'm gonna go ahead and clip this up. We got some running we got to do. Jamie got to get to sleep because he got to go to work. You know what
Man,
I'm saying?
why
But
you
like I said,
remind me about that?
oh man, I apologize, man. But
Uh,
I just want to let y'all know, man. My brother made time to come through here and just to fellowship with me and shoot this podcast. Chop it up with something I think is very important, man. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Y'all just remember, man. It's good to be angry, man. The truth comes out when you angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get stuff done when you
Mm-hmm.
angry. You know what I'm saying? It's like angry. When you're angry, you remove those, whether it be unwanted or unneeded boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
That goes out the window. You gonna say how you feel when you angry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But be responsible with your anger, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no loose cannon. I'm not saying be a loose cannon. That's not what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying at all. That's not what we saying at all. We're just saying, turn that negative into a positive. You know what I'm saying? Um, say what you feel. You know what I'm saying? But stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
But man, that's all we got, man. Big bro, I appreciate you coming through. Uh, go ahead and tell the people. Go ahead and tell people a little bit more about yourself, man, before we get out of here.
And well, it's just Hey, I'm just
Jamie's
me.
like, I'm just me,
Hey,
bro.
I'm just me.
I'm just me.
I'm either working or I'm sleeping.
Man,
That's
man.
basically it.
We gonna get out of
Uh,
that. We gonna get it. We gonna
yeah,
get out of these trenches,
we gotta
man. What?
y'all got you really have to break that cycle. You
Absolutely.
always need to take time out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because you tomorrow's not promised. Next, a week from now is not promised.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start taking time for yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, whether you go to the movies by yourself, whether
Mm-hmm.
you go out to eat, but and I think that's one of the biggest things. People think it's not okay to go do things by themselves. It makes them look vulnerable, makes them
Mm-hmm.
look alone. Sometimes you just need that to get off. Go drive somewhere. I know my biggest thing, what I used to do when I was working nights, I don't, and everybody know I don't like working nights. It takes me away from my family.
Right.
But one of the things I used to do was I used to drive the city at night
Mm-hmm.
because I was kind of stuck in my own zone when it came to doing stuff. I'm like, I'm a small country boy, so I'm like, nah, this I can go to work and come home, and that's basically it.
Right.
So what I started doing was I started riding around at night, trying to learn the city, trying to
Mm-hmm.
learn this place, this place. Because there was a lot of places that we like knew of, but we
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how to get to.
Right.
So I learned the city as far as driving downtown, going here and going there,
Mm-hmm.
when it wasn't a lot of people, to cloud my judgment on stuff.
Right.
So, uh, take that time to do stuff you've always wanted to do.
Absolutely, man.
Stop putting your life and the things that you want to do on the back burner. Because
Yep.
I've done that for years.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens is when you continuously put your life and stuff on the back burner, you lose your identity or
Yeah.
who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up one day and I looked in the mirror and I didn't even notice myself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm just going to work and I'm coming home. I'm going to work and I said, no, this got to stop now. And that's when I started the whole thing with, hey, we got to have a guys weekend to do this, do that. If it's just one weekend, if you saying, hey, I worked 6 months and after that 6 months, we're going to go do this. We're going to go do it. It can be just for the weekend.
Right.
It doesn't have to be, oh, we have to be gone for weeks at a time. Because you know me, yeah, I'll drive. I don't
Yeah, I
care.
know. Yeah, I do.
We drove to Chicago, which was one of the best drives I've ever taken.
Mm-hmm.
I've drove out east before. There's nothing to see out east. But when you drive when you drive up north, it's one of the most pleasant feelings that I ever had. Just the scenery, uh, going through St. Louis, going Chicago, like going downtown Chicago. Man, it's like one of the things I you have to understand that the narrative's not always there. Cause
Mm-hmm.
you was talking when I went to New York. Oh, New York is this. New York is mean. I never encountered a mean person in New York. It was one of the most coolest, pleasant experiences I ever had going to
Mm-hmm.
New York. Going to Chicago. First of all, nobody ever told me Chicago got casinos and stuff.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember
like,
you was telling me
ain't
that. I
nobody
was
said
shocked. I'm
that.
like,
Ain't
what?
nobody said that. I'm like, how, what's, I'm like, all you hear, all you think of Chicago Bulls
Yeah.
and Jordan and,
Uh-huh. And
and this
crime.
and crime.
That's
That's
it. Yeah. That's all they put
no,
out there about
no
Chicago.
crime. But people fail to realize you can't just listen to what everybody tells you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's bad over there. I said,
Mm-hmm.
it's bad around the corner. What are you
Yeah,
talking about? So,
man. Shit.
man, it's bad everywhere. But
Uh-huh.
take that time out. Use that vacation day.
Mm-hmm.
Reset yourself
Mm-hmm.
because you're not doing any good just constantly working and working and working. And you're doing this for your family. You're doing this for yourself. You're doing
Mm-hmm.
this to stay in a home. But at the end of the day, the reality is the more you do that, you could lose yourself. You could
Mm-hmm.
lose your life. I mean, you know what I've been through
Oh
with that.
yeah, for sure.
So uh you just have to take that time to reset.
Mm-hmm.
Reset.
I agree.
Call that person you've been beefing with for the longest and say, hey, man, we need to get together and squash all this. We need to take time to be like, hey, you know what? It couldn't have been that bad. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you're still alive, right? So, let's work on this. Let's fix this.
Right.
You know, and you'll feel like you'll realize like even if the other person's not on that level, just know you got that out of your system.
Right.
Make sure you get that out of your system because you don't want to go with no regrets.
Right.
You
Absolutely.
don't want to go with
Man,
no
you just
regrets.
talk you just told me something right now.
Yeah.
Man, you just told me, boy.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to grow with no regrets. Do do you and do your life. Experience life for what it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Because you only get one.
Yeah, you do.
That's it. You get one. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody go. I got an extra life. No, you don't.
This ain't free guy.
No.
This ain't free guy. This ain't
Mm-mm.
no movie.
Nope.
You ain't gonna magically just come
No, I
back.
just come back. And then if you do get the opportunity to come back from something like an illness or a heart attack or something, take that time to start living life for what it's worth.
For sure.
That should be your eye
Yeah,
opener.
that's a reminder. Like, ding, light should go
Hmm.
off. Mm-hmm.
Because
Absolutely.
because the thing is, if that's what caused you that pain and that struggle, why would you do it again?
I don't know. That's like insanity, right?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Hmm.
Yeah, but we gonna end on that note. Man,
Hmm.
y'all take heed to them words, man. Words to live by. I think we kind of covered that in another podcast I did with Tez, and we was talking about his, mental getaways.
Hmm.
Man, it's I mean, y'all hearing Jamie
It's
say
it's it's
it.
it's worth it. I mean,
Man,
it's
y'all.
worth it.
I mean, I shouldn't have to tell y'all like, we not telling y'all just ball out and just go on the extravagant
No,
vacation.
no, no.
We just
Mm-mm.
saying take some time out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's, just, go to your favorite restaurant, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, by yourself, with your family, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Invite me. I love to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, we love to eat now.
Yeah, for real. For real, for real. Nah, man. But I appreciate y'all for listening. I appreciate y'all watching. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all stay tuned to Instagram and Facebook and everywhere else we are. Your pop
Mm.
up shops are coming, man. Real soon, man. I'm working with vendors right now to get product in hand, and I'll let y'all know where I post up, man. Come out and support me, man. But in the meantime, you can go down to mentalgame.net, MNTLGAME.net, man, to get you something, man. Um, the summer's, for most people, I don't know about in Houston, it's still 100 and something degrees
Yeah,
out
I
here.
think it was 100 a day,
Yeah,
man.
for real. So, I know wintertime is coming for most people, man. We got the hoodies on deck. Hoodies, we got beanies, you know what I'm saying? We got I think we got neck warmers too. Uh I gotta check with my procurement, you know what I mean? But
Inventory.
man, like, I appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. Y'all keep surviving, y'all keep succeeding, y'all keep being great. And you know, y'all just remember life's a mental game, man. You need the right mentality to survive, man. And we out.